Hey there guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Less Than Average Gaming and welcome back to this Simpsons Hit and Run. This is episode 11 and we did take a little bit of a break there about halfway through the game. Basically, wasn't really feeling the game anymore. Some stuff happened in real life. We don't really want to talk about it. Don't worry about it too much. Anyway, we are back and I've kind of fixed it. I have a lot of different things to talk about today's episode and maybe the next episode as well. Basically about how I fixed the game. Basically, we'll start the first mission and then we'll kick off talking about what we've actually done to fix it.
Apu, you've got to help me warn Krusty about this alien plot and thus save the good people of Springfield.
I'm sorry, sir, but I cannot speak English. I only speak Hindi.
But you're speaking English now.
Yes, I learned these words phonetically.
Well, you're just scared of being vaporized by the space monsters.
Phonetically.
Up, down, go hot dog, butter my undershirt, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, wow. Right, so we're going to talk to Otto.
Automan, I need a ride.
No can do, little dude. I gotta round up these other little dudes and get them to Krusty Lou for the studio tour.
That's where I need to go. Step on it, Otto.
Okay. Right after I drop these kids off at Krusty Lou.
Otto, I just said that.
Alright. Stop hassling me.
He's cooked. Otto's cooked, mate. You're done.
Fine by me.
Right, so it has been a little while since I've played this, so don't expect this to be flawless and perfect. Basically forgotten how this entire game works, feels, drives, you know, all the important stuff.
Whoa, yeah, take that.
Right, so what have we done to fix the game? Basically, I was doing a little bit of digging with the problems that we've been having. Basically, the driving over certain parts of the terrain and the car literally just spazzing out to fuck. Literally, sometimes unplayable.
I remember these being here before.
So I was looking into it, and there's actually a rather niche modding community for this game. I mean, it's not a huge game like anymore. I mean, people really enjoyed it when it first came out and still enjoy it to this day, as in people are still watching these videos and people are still playing the game, like me. So basically there's a series of mods based around something known as the Donut mod, so shout out to those guys. Basically what the Donut mod is, it basically changes the first 3 levels of the game, adds new missions and stuff like that, which I might take a look at somewhere in the future. I did already play through it, so it wouldn't be really that exciting for me, especially since I've already played all of it. But basically there is a mod launcher that you need to play it called Lucas's Hit and Run launcher, I think is what it's called. And basically it fixes everything that anyone's ever had a problem with, so you can add different mods and cheats and stuff. Hang on, we'll let the talk happen. Have a chat to Barney.
Barney, where's Krusty? I have to warn him.
Krusty's not here, little Homer. He's down at the Squidport, doing a promo for this new Buzz Cola.
But that's the cola the aliens are using to control all human behavior.
Control human behavior? No beverage could do that. Oh no, I haven't had a duff in 2 hours. My life is over.
Wow. Oh, wow.
But I have to get to Krusty before the limo does.
And I have to stay here and go through the DTs.
Sounds like a plan.
Alright, getting down with the clown. Find Krusty's limo to find Krusty. Talk to him before his limo picks him up.
No problemo.
Right, I know we're going to have a time limit. Oh, jeez, yeah, just wrecked my car. That's cool. Nah, it's fine, dude. Perfect. Right.
Time for some road rage.
So all these mods, basically, they, as I was mentioning if you watched any of the other episodes of this, there's problems with the frame rate. So if your frame rate's too high on, say, your monitor, or the game's running at too high a frame rate, basically, whenever you drive over a piece of terrain, your car will, like, get a boost over it and it'll flip out and basically cost you precious seconds in very specific important races, like you might have seen throughout the rest of the series. Basically, the tool limits how limits the frame rate. You can run it at 1080p, as you can tell. Well, you might be able to tell I'm not having to actually stretch. Come on, can you get in the car? Can you get in the car? Can we please get in the car?
Full speed ahead.
Wow.
Eat asphalt, eaters.
Can I go this way? Probably not. It gives us a chance to talk anyway. So there's like things like flippable cars. You can unlock all the levels, which you didn't do. We can unlock all the cars, caps the frame rate, fixes all the bugs, adds a speedometer, which you can see above the little mini map. You can see that in the bottom right. Apparently we're doing 135. This is also one of the cars that I was talking about in the last level. Is exceptionally fast. Like, Jesus, it is very, very fast. I imagine we're still... Oh, please. I think we're still in the lead. It says we're first, but I'm not sure exactly where we have to get to. I think he might still be struggling somewhere over there, so I think we took the right way. Yeah, we definitely took the right way. Easy. We got there so much faster than he did. Probably not there yet, but... Come on. Wow. Wow. We smoked it. Holy shit, that's insane.
Oh, awesome, man. That was the best
So yeah, basically we can actually have like a pretty good experience in this now. We don't have to worry about being careful when we drive over stuff, and it's going to make...
Listen carefully. Aliens are handing out free laser guns and
It's going to make some of the later missions actually much easier from what I can tell.
Limbs and heads.
Yeah, right. And I'm getting into the Country Western Hall of Fame. Just ain't gonna happen, kid.
Oh, I just gotta find evidence. Who do I know that's smart enough to prove this alien conspiracy? Bumblebee Man?
Lisa?
Comic book guy? Disco Stew?
Frank.
That's it. A nerd. Professor Frank.
Lab coat caper. Find and follow Professor Frank.
You got it. Let's roll.
Wow. Says you might be able to tell the difficulty of the game is actually heating up pretty substantially from like the last couple of levels. Well, at least based on what I remember from the other levels that we've played in so far. Like, the difficulty is seriously going up. This is much, much more finely tuned. Turn it around, dude. Much more finely tuned than some of the other levels. And especially, that was one of my complaints that I had with the donut mod. Because it was good, it was very good, and it changed a lot of the missions and stuff like that. They're all very different and creative. But one of the problems that I had with that was that it was like massively overtuned. Like, the last mission in the game is, well, the last mission of the mod is literally like the hardest, one of the hardest things I've ever played. That's just how finely tuned it is. You have to get every single piece of timing right and get one of the fastest vehicles in the game to even like have a chance. Like, if you were just doing it with like, I think, oh jeez, the like Electoris or whatever, because it was basically about like only 3 levels in, so you didn't have all the fast cars that you do, or that I do in this game. So basically you had a faster Electoris, and like a clown car or something that was pretty fast. Or you had to like do all the bonus missions and stuff like that, unlock the Wasp bike, which is the like the Wasp little camera things. You had to get a bike version of one of those, and that was incredibly fast, but if you like run into one wall, it like exploded, so you had to play very, very well. Which I can understand. I appreciate being forced to play well. Like, that's never been a problem. That's not a problem that's like, hey, hey, seriously, this game's fucking too hard. But seriously, that was... I think I replayed the last mission like maybe 30 or 40 times just to try and do it right. It was insane. It was very, very intense. A little bit like this, but because we've got it set to 1080p and it's limiting the frame rate, it's running very smoothly. The game looks good and we're not having any problems really keeping up with him. Oh yeah, also I can flip the cars, which we just... No, we actually saved it somehow. Yeah, also you can flip the cars in this. That's another one of the mods that I put in. You can flip the cars, a little bit like GTA. What do we got in terms of clothing? Hugo, Cadet Bart, and a Bartman. Looks like we need some coins. I did see some vending machines back there, so we'll have to go get those.
Frank, you've got to help me. No one believes my story. It's just like the boy who cried wolf, except instead of a wolf, it's an alien conspiracy.
Aliens? Well, that would explain these strange transmissions from my plutonium CB radio. I must have intercepted an alien message. It says they're hiding the lasers in the duff trucks. Blimey, the plot is convoluted now.
Relax, nerdlinger. I'll knock the lasers out of the truck so I can show them to Krusty.
Duff for me, duff for you. Drive to the brewery and stop the aliens' plan. Hit the truck and collect the laser guns.
Bart Simpson,
I'm beginning to, because this one is probably one of the last, like the latest levels that I would have played. From what I remember, I definitely am remembering some of the level names in this specific level rather than any of the other ones. Because I think I must have struggled with them. yeah, I definitely would have struggled with some of the levels in this because they are quite difficult at the end when I was little. I can imagine them being quite tough, so I would have had to have done this like quite a number of times. And also this was like my favorite game as a kid, so basically this is all I played. But I am actually very, very grateful for all the support that the videos have been getting. The videos have actually been getting quite a lot of views, which I didn't really expect when I started playing this. I wasn't massively expecting this to get an awful lot of views. I mean, like, I thought a couple of people would watch it, but apparently this is like really good shit to watch. So I thank you all very much for watching these, and because they are a lot of fun to make, and I do enjoy playing like through an entire game from time to time. So, oh jeez. So if you do want to see me play like more, like entire games, do a playthrough of like more games and stuff like that, we can absolutely do that. I've got plenty of games that I can just sit down, play, relax, and we can still do our Overwatch stuff and make the Overwatch videos and stuff like that, tell you what's important going on, news and stuff like that. He's just gonna think that these are toys anyway. Ah, but this is so smooth. I'm actually loving this now. I mean, I haven't got frustrated yet, but that's not really saying that I won't get frustrated, but dude. Come on. Okay, take off, here we go. And yeah, I haven't got frustrated yet because I haven't like massively fucked up the driving on like a pothole or whatever. I don't think there was many things that I got caught on when I was doing this as Lisa though. So it wasn't that much of a problem the first time around, but it was still frustrating, and it was one of the worst parts of playing this. Basically because I just couldn't play it properly. That was basically the only problem I had with it. Oh Jesus. I just couldn't play it. Like, some of the missions and stuff required you to drive over certain parts of the map that were just, like, not possible. And, yeah, just not good. This guy's a wee bit fast. I'll try and squeeze through here to save a little bit of time, and we get a wrench, so... I'm not sure if I'm digging the flipping cars or not. I thought it would be pretty cool to put on, but I'm kind of regretting that decision now. Yeah, kind of regretting that decision, because this is... It does, if you like flip your car wrong at the wrong time, you can just mess up your whole run. We're gonna have to get another truck, aren't we? Yep. Find a laser gun to use as proof. Okay. Didn't I just get like... I would have just got like 60 laser guns, wouldn't I? No? Surely. Sweet. Drive to the taffy shop. Okay, we can do that.
I am such a sellout.
All the missions in this are like running together really nicely, so I'm not incentivized to like track down other stuff, but eventually we'll get like, hey, go collect some coins and we'll have to do a little bit of exploration, which is cool. That's cool. Come on, drive in the spot. Right, have a chat to Skinner. I think he's gonna maybe race us.
Principal Skinner, aliens are distributing deadly lasers all over Springfield. We gotta warn everybody.
All we've got to do, young man, is get that illicit goo gaw out of your hands. Clearly, you forgot the school's zero-tolerance policy on lasers.
Full Metal Jackass. Destroy Principal Spinner's car and take back the laser gun before time runs out. Yeah, I remember this. I remember doing this because I'm pretty sure you could just like get like one of the bigger cars in the game and just like crash him into the wall there and just like instantly do the mission in about 10 seconds. Oh, please.
Oh, this is too cool for school.
Fire in the hole.
He's having a bit of trouble. Let me just not help him out. And by that, I mean help him out. What the
Take that.
What is he doing?
Eat my
He wants to go through the
dust,
shortcut?
haters.
Yeah. Oh, that's how you get through here.
All right.
Oh, okay. Wow, that hurt his car. That fucked him up, dude. Yeah, I like all of the new additions to the game that the mods have added. Like, serious thank you to like anyone who was ever a part of making any of these mods, because this is This has made the game much, much more enjoyable, and it makes me kind of want to play the entire game again, like, not experiencing any of the crash things, anything like that with the flip cars, and you know what I'm trying to say, you know what I mean. Right. Oh, wow, that was... Right. Let's actually have a look around, because we are going to need to get some coins eventually, so let's just have a quick look around. Oop. Okay, Wasp. Sweet. But there's also mods that turn this game into the Simpsons Road Rage, which is also one of my favorite games as a kid. I had that on the Game Boy Advance. It would have been the Game Boy Advance, and like you used to have to write down all the different passcodes and stuff like that to like save what level you're up to, because it was a Game Boy Advance game. They didn't have proper save files. Also, one of the cool things about the donut mod. Hang on. Yeah, one of the cool things about the donut mod ones was they changed the races, so they weren't just like, oh, do a checkpoint race or do a time trial, stuff like that. One of them was the Demolition Derby, so you had to like damage all these cars and bust up all these cars with your car. One of them was actually like, it turned it into a mission, so you actually had to go collect stuff around the map. And the other one was just like a standard race.
3, 2, 1. I did it.
Ooh, this is gonna be tricky. That car is fast as hell, boys. Alright, we just gotta drive like a person. Don't try and crash into anything. You can also like turn off all the traffic, which I think sometimes is a good idea, because the traffic in this game makes some of the missions like more difficult than they need to be. Like one of the last ones that we did was like impossible because of the traffic, and it was just not good. But yeah, so you can take all the traffic away, you can unlock all the cars and stuff. There's a whole bunch of different cheats and mods that you can do, because I remember this having like cheat codes when it was on the PS2. I remember like there being cheat codes and stuff like that, so you could always like unlock all the cars and shit to try and get an advantage over the races and stuff that you were doing. Oh, wow, okay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's perfect. Right, we'll try again.
I did it. I counted.
Oh, Ralph's a cutie. He tries his best. Doesn't look like there's any actual traffic on this, because it's a race, I guess. On other races there's been traffic, though. Like, that's definitely been a thing. Maybe. Maybe not, because the track's all broken off, so it'd look a little bit weird if there was just cars and shit flying around. Really do not want to flip the car. That would be bad. Might have to turn that off. But no, I'm actually very, very happy with how this game plays, now that I've like fixed the frame rate, made it 1080 so I don't have to stretch it when I'm editing the video. So it's all gonna look like a lot cleaner, a lot nicer, a lot neater. So it's gonna make for better videos. I mean, it's a shame that I'm almost finished the game. Like, I'm almost finished the game, and now I've discovered that. Like, all the mods and stuff like that. But I think... Oh, wow. I think one of the levels... Like, I think the last 3 missions are all the same, so you have to deliver the nuclear waste to the... to somewhere. I won't spoil it until we get there. But, I think all of those missions are the same, in which that you have to drive very quickly, but also very carefully. Like, you can't... Oh, I thought we had more time. But yeah, you have to... This might be a little bit of a long one as well, because I want to include all this talking, so I'll try not to cut it out. But yeah, so... You have to drive quickly and carefully, and the last level's also in the original Springfield bit, so, and you're playing as Homer. So you have to... drive on the original map, and I know that there's a lot of potholes and shit on that map, so it is very, very tough to and you have to drive over like the farm and the cornfield and tobacco field and stuff like that, so it is very tricky to do at max speed. Oh, he stuffed it. Oh, he stuffed me. Okay, we're fine, we're fine.
Aw, loser.
So yeah, with the previous iteration of the game that we were playing, I'm fairly certain I would never have been able to do that. Like, I just would not have been able to complete it. I think it just would have been too hard. I mean, sure, with enough tries, but like seriously, you don't want to see me have to like take about 8,000 goes at something, get frustrated, and just never play the game again, never finish the video series. So, I mean, you have the option of like watching me finish the game, or like watching me go insane and never play the game again. I mean, one would be good for comedic value, and we're not going to do this either. He beat us again! Where are we going wrong? Are we just not driving well enough, or...?
2, 1. I did it! I topped it!
This might... I have a feeling this might be like a 3-parter. Especially since I actually want to include like everything. All the chatting, because I got a lot to talk about, because it's been a while since I've made a video, so... I've been thinking about what I can say and what I can do in this video for a little while, because I've had a bit of a time off, which is cool. Always good to take time off.
Whoa, wicked!
Oh yeah, are we just not like being efficient enough? Like, are we just taking too much time, not driving fast enough? Okay, we're a little bit in front of him now.
Totally awesome. Great, now I'm losing.
Uh-oh. Calm down.
Eat asphalt, asphalt.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Actually, his car's like screwed as well. That's fine. How come I blow up though, so that's also a thing. But I've also, in the time off, like normally I don't watch movies, and I was just all about movies, so all I did was like watch movies, and I've been watching Archer as well. So I'm up to like this like season 6 of Archer, and that show is fucking incredible. That is literally the best thing on TV. It's so great. Please! Yes.
Must have been all that clean from the law you've done.
That was very, very close. I think he actually pushed us over the line there. Where's our car? Whatever.
Hey, Kurt, I need to do a lot of collateral damage in the minimum amount of time.
I've got just the thing. I've got a car that was owned by a super villain.
Oh, it's the Globex car.
East Coast.
Yeah, it's the Globex supervillain car. It's so sick. Very speedy. I like it. We'll get that later. I know you need that for a mission, so we will have to go do a little bit of coin hunting. Which actually we should probably get these. But no, these missions are probably some of the best in the game. Like, these are the most exciting, most difficult missions, so these are always fun.
Krusty, I've got proof now. See this laser gun?
Well, what do you know? You were telling the truth. You've taught this old clown a lesson. And blah, 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 etc., stay in school. I just wish you told me before I let them set up those free laser gun stands.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, man. Better get some heavy artillery if I'm gonna take out that much private property. Curdy should have something.
Oh, fucking hell. I didn't know we'd need it now. Alright, we're gonna go do some coin hunting, and I'll be back in, say, 20 minutes or so. I mean, it'll seem like about maybe 10 seconds in the video. So yeah, we will cut back to where we find some coins.
Somebody